指名打者として史上初、さらに2年連続で満票を獲得し、3度目のナ・リーグ MVP に輝いたドジャースの大谷翔平選手について、元メジャーリーガーのエリック・クラッツ氏とキャメロン・メイビン氏が、日本時間23日に放送された米番組、ファウルテリトリーでコメントしました。2人は、
向こう数年間、大谷が MVP を受賞し続ける。
と、永久 MVP を予想しました。メイビン氏は、
正直なところ、大谷翔平が今後5から7年間、MVP を取り続けるんじゃないかと思う。打者としての彼がまだ成長しているなんて、考えるだけで恐ろしいほどだ。
と語り、その可能性に驚嘆しました。一方、クラッツ氏は、ある打撃コーチから聞いた話を紹介しました。そのコーチは、大谷選手がその聡明さやスキルを生かし打撃に専念すれば、50本塁打を打つポテンシャルがあると評価していたとのことです。そして、クラッツ氏は、
彼は毎年ナ・リーグの MVP を受賞すべき存在だ。彼からその称号を奪うべきではない。
と断言しました。これらの様子を日本語字幕付きでお届けします。
Sky's the limit for Otani, who's in line for many, many more. This is the way the vote broke down. He got all 30 first-place votes. Francisco Lindor got 23 of the 30 second-place votes. It wasn't close. All three of Otani's unanimous selections. He was the only player to have won multiple MVP awards unanimously when he won his second as an Angel. That number keeps growing, and I guess it's you just can't put a ceiling on how many this guy could potentially claim by the time his career's over. When he goes back to being on the mound and hitting, just put him down for the MVP every year.
Yeah, I mean, we were sitting there in the meeting this morning talking about who's the maybe breakout for MVP in 2025. I'll say Shohei Otani. Like, this guy's just like, I don't know how you stop this consecutive MVP run from going unless you have somebody have an Aaron Judge type of season next to you. So it's just, you mentioned it. He starts pitching again, and all of a sudden he adds that. I don't know if he goes 50-50 again when he's pitching, but he might be 40-40 again, and who knows. And it's just incredible what this guy's doing, and really transcending the game.
Yeah.
It's different than anything we've ever seen.
So 30 years old, he's got enough canvas on the contract to play for into his late 30s, right? So if you figure he plays another 9 years, and a few of those are dominant, like he could make a run at Bonds, who had won 7 of them in his career for the most all-time MVP awards, that is.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, think about it, too. He's got a chance at MVPs. He's got a chance to win Cy Youngs if he's back and healthy in the rotation. But I really don't see it. And this guy wants to be the greatest. Like I know he says that, I'm not out to win the MVP. He's out there to have a good year, win the World Series. That's the #1 goal. But he wants greatness, and he's chasing greatness at a crazy pace. So I think he has a chance to catch Bonds for MVPs. The only thing that's going to probably stop that is injuries in the future.
Amazing. He is on the right trajectory.
Keep doing your thing, man. You're on the right trajectory.
And it looks like
man.
it, by the way. Like when you go to the ballpark, like I went to all 3 games and the Dodgers came to Wrigley. I called the 3 games in LA and watched. You're watching the game going, that's the best player on the field. Like, it's not even a question.
Yeah.
The way the ball jumps off his bat, his size, everything he does, just the feeling of everybody getting on their feet or at least paying attention when he hits. So, yeah, this guy's perennial MVP candidate and winner.
We're going to talk to JP Morosi coming up in a bit about how the news of his third unanimous MVP award was taken in Japan, because JP is in Japan as we speak. To Shohei Otani winning a 3rd MVP, how did the nation, how did Japan respond to the news? You're there.
Yes, indeed. Good morning to all of you in North America. The reaction here, a lot of joy and a lot of pride, as you would expect. In fact, I'm near this train station, the Suidobashi train station near the Tokyo Dome, and there you see the Otani meter for what he achieved this year in the 50-50 season. All the Dodger hats throughout this train station. I even saw some Dodgers jerseys there, the Otani jersey, and actually not far from Otani, there you see the American League MVP, the jersey there. There's actually a Roki Sasaki jersey, and oddly, a Hulk Hogan WrestleMania shirt beside the Shohei shirt. I gotta tell you, I was expecting the AL MVP shirts from the Angels, the Dodgers jerseys, the Roki Sasaki Chibalote Marines jersey, fully expected that. Wasn't expecting Hulk Hogan, but there he was. Now, also tonight in Japan, another resounding win for Samurai Japan, consecutive win number 26 at the Premier 12. But it took this heroic swing from Shugo Maki, which, by the way, a grand slam. We talked about Freddie Freeman. I got to tell you this, only a grand slam in Japan is described as a sayonara home run. There are all the other home runs. A grand slam, as Harold would say, is a sayonara home run. And this was my experience in the right field stands. Guys, I was not on the call for this game, so I had a chance to experience this one as a fan a little bit more. Look at this. Coordinated chants and cheers for every single player. They do not rest. They do not rest all game long. And by the way, hey, look, there's a Shohei jersey in the stands as well. So a pretty special night, another big win, and we're back at it in about 12 hours. The U.S. is going to play Venezuela. So all possibilities still remain. The gold medal will be handed out on Sunday. The final four teams, Japan, Chinese Taipei, which has been very impressive here, Venezuela, and the U.S. The U.S. 0-2, but Rich Hill confirming to me, guys, he plans to pitch next year in the major leagues, age 44. Those 4 scoreless innings against Samurai Japan were witnessed by many scouts in the stands here in Japan.
Cam, don't tell me money doesn't matter. The 2 highest paid position players in baseball on a per year basis based on present day value. So Shohei Ohtani's actual number is different from the $2 million he's receiving right now, with the rest of it being deferred. Congrats to him and to Judge. They're unanimous MVPs. This didn't seem too difficult in the end.
Yeah, and again, let's go ahead and make sure we say first DH to get him on too. So when, you know, to do it in both leagues is special. And I would like to hear from you guys, but I think as far as Shohei goes, I think it's his to lose, you know, for the next 5 to 7 years. Let's be honest. If they manage him the correct way as far as, you know, the innings and the workload, I mean, this dude's shown that as a hitter, he's only getting better. And it's scary to say that. And then this year, the athleticism, we knew it was there, but he unlocked it with the help of the Dodgers organization. So I think it's his to win for the next few years, which will be incredible when we look back 8 years from now to see his run of just dominance. And then Aaron Judge, you know, he's a guy who I think also for the next 4 or 5 years, especially when you look at the playoffs and the lack of success, I think, you know, moments like that only motivate guys like Aaron Judge to come out and continue to get better, which is also scary. So like you said, I mean, kudos to both of those guys for the consistency and how they continue to put on the show for the fans in the game of baseball.
One of the fears when you sign a guy like Shohei for 10 years, $700 million, cause he pitches and he hits, and then he doesn't pitch this entire year, obviously, because of the injury. They knew that. And then he comes out and has the MVP. Let's say the arm, for some reason, just doesn't come back and his pitching is, you know, it craters. This shows that this 10-year contract, my guy can be out in the outfield and just slinging the rock all over the place in right field at Dodger Stadium. Like, it shows that there's still more to unlock at the plate. And I actually, when I had talked to his hitting coach for one of his hitting coaches for the last 2 years, he said, he told me, he said he could possibly hit 50 home runs because of how smart he is and how if he just focuses on hitting, he can stay in his legs, he can do all this stuff. And what Cam said, I think is the part that we need to just remember. We need to put what Cam said and put it on the loop. Just keep spinning it back. Because last year I was beating the drum so hard when players in the Players' Choice Awards chose Ronald Acuna as the best player in Major League Baseball. It's not even close. Like you're just choosing somebody besides Michael Jordan. If Shohei Ohtani pitches healthy and he hits, he should be the MVP of the National League for however many years he does that. I'm sorry. You can't take that away from him.
Kratz was dying on that take, and I actually think it was a great one. So, well done. Pat yourself on the back.
Let me add this too, and Kratz will appreciate this. We talk about him being just a DH. He's not just the DH. I mean, the man had 197 hits, and he scored 134 runs. Like that, like we're talking about a DH, like that he was getting his team in positions to score more runs. Like he wasn't just driving them in. So I know he wasn't playing a position, but the numbers speak even louder than just the DH in my eyes.
また、ドジャースのミゲル・ロハス内野手がインスタグラムに投稿した1枚の写真が注目を集めています。写真には、大谷選手がビジターのロッカー内でチームメイトたちと集合写真を撮影している場面が映し出されています。全員がカメラ目線で笑顔を見せており、チームの一体感が感じられる瞬間でした。この絆こそが、ドジャースがワールドシリーズ制覇を成し遂げた大きな要因の一つだったのかもしれません。ご視聴ありがとうございました。これからも大谷選手のさらなる活躍から目が離せません。チャンネル登録と高評価をよろしくお願いします。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。